I'm Andrea, and I'm one of the exercise practitioners from the Cardiac Rehabilitation team at the University Hospitals of North Midlands. Although I spend most of my time leading exercise sessions for our physical health, it's also important that our minds get given the attention that they deserve too. Cardiac rehabilitation has traditionally focused on physical exercises, but as well as getting ourselves physically fit, we must also look at the body and mind as a whole. Being aware of our own thoughts and feelings can help us to enjoy life more and to understand ourselves a little bit better. Having this awareness is also known as mindfulness. When we suffer from ill health, we sometimes stop noticing the world around us, and it's easy to lose touch with the way that our bodies are feeling. When this happens, we can get caught up within our own thoughts and emotions without noticing how they're beginning to drive our behaviour. Mindfulness is about allowing ourselves to see the present moment more clearly. In one of our previous podcasts, we heard from Cindy Bates from the Stoke-on-Trent Wellbeing Service. In her podcast, she spoke about mental well-being and physical health. Mindfulness is a technique that we can use to help our general mental well-being. Practicing mindfulness can improve our mental well-being by making us more aware of the present moment. By focusing on how our bodies physically feel during each moment, we can begin to experience life in a refreshing new way. Once we begin to appreciate each individual moment of our existence, we realise that mental events don't have to control us. Most of us have issues that we find hard to let go of, and mindfulness can help us to deal with them more productively. Sometimes brooding about a particular situation that we find ourselves in is just not helpful, and mindfulness can help by preventing us from getting too caught up in our own thoughts and emotions. By doing this, we may also notice signs of stress, anxiety or depression earlier on in ourselves in order to help us deal with them a little bit better. In order to become more mindful, the first thing that you can do is to remind yourself to take notice of your thoughts, your feelings, and the body sensations within the world around you. Most of the time, we go about our daily lives in what we call autopilot mode. When we're in autopilot mode, we fail to notice the sensations of things around us. These are the sensations of smells, the sounds of nature, or the feeling of air moving past our body as we walk. Although these sensations sound very small, they actually play a huge part in helping us to interrupt the autopilot mode that we find ourselves living in most days. By interrupting this autopilot mode, we can give ourselves a new perspective on life. And it prevents us from wasting time and energy being trapped in reliving past problems, and also prevents us from pre-living future worries. Mindfulness focuses on the here and now. When we practice mindfulness exercises, we sit comfortably and we start to pay attention to thoughts, sounds and sensations of different parts of the body. In my next podcast, I'm going to be guiding you through a 10-minute mindfulness exercise. Anybody can take part in this exercise, and it's particularly useful if you don't quite feel ready for doing physical exercise just yet. See you in my next podcast.